What's going on, family? You already know what time it is. Once again, it's the fellas. We in the studio right now. It's another Cigars and Conversation with your boys from A Puff a Minute. I'm Cigar Mick.
It's Cigar Banker. What's good, people?
Yeah, you already know what time it is, bro. Whew, man, if I look like I'm a mess right now, it's because last night, bro, I gotta stop this, man. I'm getting too old for this, bro. Come on,
if you
man.
say, I've been saying that. You saying it's really bad.
Oh my gosh, bro. I be out in the streets.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Had another late one last night, man. Shout out to friends and family, Ron and Kim Knight, man. They're entertainers here in Las Vegas. They typically spend 6 months in Vegas and 6 months in Australia. But because of the whole COVID thing, they pretty much been stuck here for the last couple of years. But they getting ready to go home to Australia, in a few weeks and stuff. So they had a going away party last night. And man, I'm telling you, bro, we went hard in the paint, baby.
Did you?
Whew, all them entertainers, bro, they know how to party.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we went hard in the paint. So
you had a Bobby Brown night.
You know what I'm saying? Till the cops come a knocking.
Yeah.
Yo, it was crazy, fam. But anyway, it's good to be here. It's good to be seen. You know what I'm saying? How was your weekend shaping up, bro?
Relaxing, but I got a bad habit of being an insomniac.
Right,
so
right.
It's like I just stay up for no reason. At least you was out doing something. I was sitting in the backyard enjoying this good weather, man. It was 80 degrees yesterday, so I was like, I had to sit in the backyard and enjoy this.
Before we get started, can we talk about the weather, man? Because I mean, the one caveat we always had in Las Vegas, when people talk about how hot it gets in Las Vegas, we always say it's a different kind of heat, right? We always say, well, we ain't got that humidity like y'all do. We can't even say that no more, man. What's up, global warming, bro?
This is like it's monsoon season.
Man, that's humidity.
But I will be honest though, this is the first time in a couple of years where we actually got a good amount of rain. So this rain been serious, bro. It's been treacherous. We done had the flooding. We done had all the rain. My dogs won't go out and pee. Cause they don't want to pee in the rain.
They don't want to get wet. You got them special dogs, bro.
Oh man, they spoiled.
Come on, man. Yeah. Well, anyway, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's, how we start, family. Cigars and Conversation, man, where we focus on the conversations that people have while they're smoking their cigars, right? These are conversations that you could be having in your lounge, you could be having in your backyard, you know what I'm saying? Just whenever you having a cigar, because we believe the best part of cigar smoking are the conversations that you have while you're doing so. So that's how we're going to rock right now. We're going to start with what we smoking.
Yeah.
So hit them off, Banker.
Man, we always say this. We always seem to be on the same page.
Exactly.
We don't think so.
Yeah.
So we both came with something similar. I'm going to let you talk about yours, but I came with this Cavalier today. So this actually got introduced this year at PCA. So this is Cavalier.
Brand new people.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Cavalier, the Inner Circle. Shout out to Brian, Sebastian. You guys always show us a lot of love. I'm going to actually read this off because this joint is complex.
Yeah, do that, man.
Bro. This is complex. So we got a Nicaraguan wrapper.
Okay.
But the binder is 4 different tobaccos. So in the binder, you got a Dominican Palito, Habano from Jalapa. You got the broadleaf from Jamaica, as well as tobacco from Pennsylvania.
Good.
So this is a complex smoke right here, people.
Yeah.
But man, when I tell you the flavor is on point, the flavor is on point. And this is in the Toro size.
Right.
So this is the 5x62.
Okay.
So it's a little bit thinner, not the Gordo joint. And you guys saw me on the show last week talking about the Gordos.
Exactly.
We done went away from that. But this is definitely a nice smoke with the Toro. It burns well. The first third is doing well for me right now, bro.
Yeah, on that same note, bro, again, shout out to, my man Brian and Sebastian from Cavalier Cigars. To Banker's point, you guys always look out for us. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple weeks when we get up to Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest. Appreciate y'all for that love as well. But I'm smoking on the Series Black, the Cavalier Series Black, and this is the Lancero. Y'all know I'm really partial to Lanceros, man. I love this smoke right here. It's it's got the San Andreas wrapper on it. The binder and the filler is Nicaraguan, and I just love the Lanceros, man, because everybody thinks like you got to get a big Gordo or 6x60 and all of that type of stuff and put all of this smoke in the air, which is cute. But if you get to a level, man, and again, I'm not trying to be a snob or nothing like that, but basically, with my palate right now, I'm more interested in flavor. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking for the flavor more than the smoke at this stage of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you just absolutely cannot beat the flavor on the Lancero, man, because, you know, you get most of your flavor on the Lancero comes from the wrapper because there's not as much filler packed in there, you know. Now, on a stick like he just described, man, when you got 4 different tobaccos on the binder, I mean, that's going to be an experience because as you go through it, the flavor profile is going to change, you know, slightly, you know, from the first third to the second third or what have you, maybe even in quarters at that stage, you know. So at the end of the day, that's a very exciting smoke. This is Steady Eddie, baby. This right here, it's not going to change on me. It's a very, very nice, mild to medium smoke. You know, the color is Maduro. And a lot of people think Maduro means it's real strong, right? And, you know, the only other thing I'm gonna say about that is that's not what it means, right? It's really sweeter, honestly. If you think about a banana when it goes from, you know, from yellow to green to brown to black, right? It's sweetest when it's black, right? So that's when those sugars really build up. Tobacco leaves age in the same manner, to be honest with you. But it was something else I was gonna say about it, bro. But at the end of the day, man, this is a great stick, man. You know, this is what I love, bro. I'm in my element right now.
Yo, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
So, you know, and speaking about being in our element, all right, once again, Tapping Ash, you know what I'm saying? That's the location, man. That's where we shoot the live and the, you know, in the podcast and all of that, man. So if you haven't been here yet, be sure to come on down to Tapping Ash when you get to Las Vegas. Put it on your itinerary. It's an absolute must-do. Right, if you live locally, man, you already know because the word is out. You know, everybody. This is like the hottest, you know, hottest talking point in the city right now. Everybody's like, have you been to Tapping Ash yet? Have you been to Tapping Ash? So 1606 South Commerce Street in the Gateway District, right? Not too far from the Strip. Great location. Just come on through, man. You'll probably run into Cigar Banker because he's here every day.
Yeah, I probably would have some issues if I did that, bro.
Yeah,
but definitely hear a lot.
So, you know, just like we don't plan what we're going to come up here and smoke until we sit down, right? We don't plan the conversation. We just, you know, we just show up, bro, whatever's top of mind. You know, there's a few things that have happened in the news this week. We can go in any direction, right? Because obviously preseason football started, right? We talked about football a little bit last week, but we can get into that, right? Yeah. We could talk about a former, I heard through the grapevine that a former president, you know what I'm saying, might have a few issues right now, man. Something with the FBI. I'm not real sure about that topic, man, but, you know, I'll chime in on that if we want to get into that a little bit, you know. And then I woke up this morning, man, and found out that some dude, like, crashed the Capitol again. Did you hear that one?
No. You got me on that one.
Yeah. Some dude, man, about 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, tried to drive his car, and he crashed into the barricade in front of the Capitol. He gets out of his car, and Yosemite Sam's and starts shooting in the air, right? And then he shoots himself, right? Wow. So I don't know, like, they don't know what's going on behind that. They don't think he was targeting any, you know, because, you know, Congress is on you know, hiatus right now, whatever, right? Yeah. So I don't think he was targeting anybody, anything like that. I just don't know, but the world is so mad and crazy right now. You just don't know what to expect.
So I was in D.C. a few weeks ago,
right?
And when you look at the Capitol building, the barricades is up there, right? So you talk about a cat trying to drive his car up there. There was no way he was gonna get close. So that sounds like some real eccentric type stuff. Yeah. Like this dude was just out of it and was like trying to make a show or something. I don't know, because there's no way he could have got even close to the Capitol building. Exactly. And then when you go to the front entrance, so that's the side where, you know, the insurrection was, right? Everybody went and rushed the Capitol because that's the easy side to get into. But when you go around the front side, that's where the visitor center is. Okay. So that's where all the security is. Yeah. It's a little trackway where you could try to walk in the building and all that. So there's no way you can get into the building from there. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so that sounds crazy to me. You talking about a dude trying to drive, because I'm talking, bro, the barricade is like, man, I wish I could put up a picture right now. Yeah. Because the barricade goes from the ground floor all the way up to the steps of the building. Really? So you trying to walk up there, or even walk, you couldn't walk.
They said it was the east side, right? I think I read it was on the east side and everything. And I don't know if he smashed his car into it. I don't know if this dude was trying to be a martyr, bro, trying to make a political statement. I mean, check the Facebook. I mean, that usually works out, right? Somebody go check that cat's Facebook. That usually tells you what was on his mind at the time. Or it could have just been like, you know, I want to die type of a situation, man, because surprisingly, you know, the Capitol Police didn't take him out, right? He started shooting in the air. You know, that's, to me, bro, that's you know, suicide by cop. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, you know, eventually he shot himself.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's crazy, bro.
So, man, we got a former president now going through some issues, man.
To me, man, again, I'm not, no, don't get me wrong, bro. I have to, because, you know, we have a lot of people who follow us, man, that are on both sides of a particular issue. You got people who are starts Trump supporters, right? Yeah. Then you got people who are, you know, not so much. You know what I mean? And my thing is, you know, if you look at this, man, this is the first time where I seen, like, you know, a bunch of MAGA people who are going around saying defund the police, right? Because now they mad at the FBI, right? They threatening the FBI. I think they tried to storm the FBI building in some other city or what have you. But it's crazy. But when you look back at it, you know, you have to go back and think about how Trump left office. You see what I'm saying? First, he was saying he wasn't going to leave the White House at all. He just said, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Then, when he did finally leave, he did not do anything to help the incoming administration, right? There was no turnover. There was no, you know, turnover between the staff and all of that. They just pretty much threw the keys on the table and bounced, right? So, the accusation is that he took a lot of stuff there that would help the Biden administration come up and get off the ground. That's the best case scenario, right? The worst case scenario is, you know, from what they're saying is like there was things that were secret and top secret and confidential and all of that. But when you get to the top secret stuff, and because he had the authority to declassify some of this stuff, right? There's only two things you can't declassify, right? There's only two things. One of them is anything to do with the nuclear program, the nuclear codes and all that type of stuff. And the other one has to do with espionage. And that's why they said that part of this has to do with the Espionage Act. The names of, you know, foreign operatives, American spies who are operating on foreign soil, right? Those are the only two things. So for them to come out and say, you know what I'm saying, that it was stuff that was top secret, really, if you was to have a little conjecture in there, you got to think those are the types of things, right? Now that's just straight up, if it's true, you know what I'm saying, like why? You know what I mean? Like who you plan on giving this information to? Like why would you take that? You know? You know, so then, I mean, of course, you know, Trump being Trump tried to flip it, and he said, well, Obama did the same thing, you know. So,
oh God!
Yeah, that's how my sisters used to do with me when we was kids. Daryl did it first. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's funny? So to kind of put things in context, when you talk about FBI involvement, right? So in order for the FBI to be involved in any case, it has to be federally regulated, right? Yes. So in order for it to be a case for the FBI to get involved in, there's got to be some federal aspect. That means it can't be at the state level. Exactly. It has to be something at the federal level, which is encompassing the United States. So you might talk about constitutional laws. You're talking about, like you said, espionage, treason, those types of things, right? Exactly. So the fact that the FBI raided him, it wasn't the local municipality of Florida or whatever. It was the FBI that came in and raided him. So that tells you right there, it was something. And the FBI don't just come in arbitrarily. No. They don't just come in arbitrarily.
And that to me, that was another piece that was, excuse me, that was another piece that was a little bit comical. Yeah. Because in his complaints, he was like, well, they didn't tell me they was coming. They just came in the middle of the night. I'm like, yo, you talking, you know, like no-knock warrant. So every no-knock warrant now is unconstitutional, right? So I'm just sitting back like, you know, a violation of somebody's rights or what have you. Yeah. So I'm just sitting back like, yeah, that's kind of how they do stuff. But going back, you know, they had been asking for this stuff, you know, these boxes of material since like January. Right. You know, and at one point, you know, a few boxes was turned over, and then I think it was June where his attorney, God please, let it be Giuliani, man. Please, I don't know. Please let it be Giuliani, bro, so I can go in on that. But whoever the attorney was basically said, that's it. Yeah. There is nothing else. But somebody snitched. Yeah. That's the piece I want to know, bro. Who snitched?
Well, I have to say this because I know we always talk about one side of the things, but on the other side, like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. His new attorney is on point. Like, whether you like her, you like what she's talking about, the case that's against him or not, she is on point. Oh yeah, bro. On point.
Yeah, he's always lawyered up. You know,
not Giuliani.
Giuliani, bro. They say right now they trying to get Giuliani to come to Florida, is what I heard, right, to testify or something like that, to come down there. And old boy said that he wasn't well enough to fly, right? So I was cracking up because somebody was like, yo, they got Greyhound, put him on a bus. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. You know, but again, they come up with these things like, oh, I can't fly, so therefore I can't come down there and testify or what have you. I'm like, shoot, what's wrong with a Zoom call? You know? But it's crazy, man. Somebody snitched, man, in the inner circle. Somebody contacted the FBI and said, yeah, you really don't have everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering, did he piss his wife off that night? Or, you know?
But you know what? There were so many people from within the inner circle that had already turned on him before the election, right? So before November came, and then even after January happened, there was even more that came out. It was like, hey, the inner circle was a mess. Oh, shoot, even before that, when his first year in office, how many people did he turn over in his cabinet?
That's crazy, man. I mean, at the end of the day, there's something that's going on. Like you said, somebody in his inner circle turned on him. I think it's either got to be family or, you know, somebody who's like a very, very close, trusted staff member. Right? I don't think it's like a maid or, you know what I'm saying, or nothing like that.
I think it's the son-in-law.
You think so?
I think it's
something crazy, bro.
I think it's him because he had his own legal troubles, right?
Right.
So he got in trouble with all that stuff going on in New York. And you know how that go, bro. Like you snitch on one person, you get lesser of a punishment in another case.
Exactly.
You know, but by giving up information. Yeah. But at the same time, he was disgruntled, bro. Yeah. He was real disgruntled because there was some real estate deals going on in New York that he got cut out of during this time. And I was like, okay. That would be an easy reason to say, okay, I'm going to turn on this cat.
That's true.
And give us some info.
That's true. You know, something else that did make sense to me, man, that had to do with this whole situation. They said that he had some information on the French president. It had some intel on the French president. I'm sitting back, man. I'm trying to think of what would the French president have to do with any of this, man? And the only thing that I could come up with, y'all, and you know I'm reaching right now, but do you remember back like years ago, man, I don't know if it was 2006 or something like that, when there was this dude who was, you're going to remember this because you're a finance guy. There was a guy who was the head of the IMF, and he was in New York at the hotel, and he got accused of raping one of the maids.
Oh, yeah.
It was a DSK or something like that.
Yeah.
Dominique Strauss or whatever, man, right?
Yeah.
So, but this dude was a shoo-in for the presidency of France. And because of that, he fell off, right? He had to resign from the IMF. The case was dropped because they said that the woman who was accusing him was an inconsistent witness or whatever the case was. You know, she had her own issues. But it was enough to knock him out of that president's race. And the other guy ended up becoming president, right? So I'm wondering, was that a setup that maybe he knew about or something like that? But I don't know, but I'm just like reaching, right? But I'm like, because it happened in New York. You know, Trump was pulling them strings and whatnot, man. So it makes you wonder.
I think it might even be more simplistic than that.
Really?
I think a lot of stuff is still coming back on that Epstein case. To be honest with you.
But all of those dudes ran in the same circle.
Yes.
That's my point.
Yes.
All of those dudes, DSK, Trump, Epstein, a bunch of them all ran in that same circle, including Giuliani and Clinton.
Yes.
You feel me? So yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like a lot of stuff is still coming back because of the Epstein case. Yeah. And then with Ghislaine Maxwell getting convicted, and now I think she got sentenced, right? I think she got sentenced now.
I think she did get sentenced, yeah.
So between that, I'm like, man, like it seemed like it's a lot of stuff still coming out of that one storyline.
Exactly.
Like, this dude was so like interconnected and doing so much messy stuff. People still don't know where his money came from.
Right.
The dude was a billionaire. People don't know how.
Exactly.
I'm like, he wasn't no real good hedge fund manager.
No.
Like he lost more money than he ever made. crazy?
His money came from, pimping pretty much.
But as a billionaire pimp?
Come on, bro. Hey, quiet as cat, bro. That's what your boy was with the Playboy Mansion.
True that.
You know what I'm saying?
True that.
Exactly. They had cats in Hollywood that had underground tunnels going to the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, it's crazy. So
but I was like, shoot, a billionaire pimp?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. But yeah, man, all I can say right now is, I can't wait for more information to come out on this, man, because I think it was Wednesday or Thursday that I had pretty much heard that by the end of the week, there was going to be some charges filed.
The only thing
they haven't been filed yet.
Exactly.
But you got to love Trump. Hold on. You got to love him, man, because he pleaded the fifth.
Oh, yeah. He did like this and pleading the fifth. But that's the only thing that made me upset, man, was like, it's like the cat was talking about, talking about the charges, but the official charges didn't come out.
Probably we need to wrap this one up. I can go on and on about this subject. Man. I wanted to touch on some NFL, a little bit preseason NFL, talk about how them Giants look. But she bringing the balloons in, so
yeah. I'm gonna say real quick, the Raiders play today.
Okay.
I got my UNLV gear on. We play in a couple weeks. We got our first home game at the stadium. But other than that, man, I think it's been a good week.
Yeah.
Next week we gotta talk fantasy, bro.
Oh, bro.
Fantasy coming up, and we going all the drafts starting in a week or two.
I'm so ready.
If you already drafting, you a fool.
Exactly.
I hope you're not drafting already.
Nah.
We're gonna be drafting in a couple weeks. We're gonna do that. But when all that goes down, man, we definitely gotta talk about the draft.
Definitely. I think my draft is on the 27th or 28th or something like that. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll actually still be in Denver or Colorado when it happens, so I'm going to do it from the hotel. But, bro, I am so ready, man. And, I got that league, but we starting a second league right here at Tap and Ash.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get down on that one, bro, we actually going to be putting that together today. First prize is going to be like boxes of cigars and that type of situation, baby. So, yeah.
I've been third, I've been second, I've been fourth. I got to give me a win, man.
In my league, they call me the GOAT, bro. I'm just saying, man.
I need to be in your league.
Hey, you didn't want to be in it. I invited you, bro.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's hard to do multiple leagues. I can only do two. I do two at the most because I bet.
Yeah.
So when you bet and you doing leagues, it's hard.
I get that, bro.
So
I do the same thing, but I'm gonna do these two leagues this year. I can't wait for college football to start, man, so I can start going out there and start making some bets on that, man. And then when the NFL comes, bro, you already know how we do.
I told you, first half Alabama all year long. Just do it and don't even think about it.
Right.
First half Alabama, $100, you
good. Every day, y'all got that tip from the banker right there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But I can't wait for that combo, bro.
Okay.
But listen up, folks. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna run it down. We're gonna let Banker give y'all the rundown. We're gonna shut it down, and we're gonna get out of the way for this event that's about to pop off, man. And go back to the private members area for a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, you already know where we at. This is Tap and Ash Social Club. Get down here if you have not been here yet. This is the spot to be in Vegas when you're talking about cigars. We love it here. We here all the time, a puff a minute. When you hear, you see one of us, man, holler at us. Let us know you came through because of a puff a minute. Man, we're going to show you love and do all respect, bro. But keep doing what you're doing on Instagram. We appreciate the love. Man, we doing the lives. We doing the comments. I'm telling you right now, we watching who's on right now. So keep doing that. Comment while we're on the live. Please comment so we can respond to those as well. We love the conversation me and Mick have, but it's more interactive when y'all get involved.
Exactly.
Please take that over to YouTube as well. That's where the warehouse is, man. We got a couple people been interacting with us on YouTube. I've been responding to some comments. I know Mick has been on there. We done had some controversial stuff. People that come in and want to come back with us or whatnot. But that's cool. We appreciate all that. The love, the hate, and all that. Because we want to know what the content we're putting out is what you guys want to see.
Exactly.
So we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We appreciate it. We love you guys. I'm Cigar Baker. This Cigar Mick. Man, let it roll out.
That's what it is right there, baby. That's how you shut it down right there, baby. Ain't much left for me to say, y'all. Listen, we'll see you next week, man. Until then, continue to love yourselves and love everyone around y'all, all right? Peace, and we out of here. There it is.